Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this online meditation session from Smithsonian's National Museum of Asian Art. My name is Grace Murray, and I'm delighted to welcome Bill Bender, who is our leader today. We'll be looking at a beautiful Japanese screen painting from our museum collection, which will very soon be on view in the galleries, in the Freer Gallery of Art, in a new exhibition called Mind Over Matter, Zen in Medieval Japan. So I hope for those of you who are in the DC area that you might get to see it in person soon. And with that, I will turn things over to Phil to get us started.
Thank you so much, Grace. Welcome, everyone. It's great to see you here this Friday afternoon. I hope you're well. And for friends on the East Coast, I hope you're getting snuggled up in blankets and quilts, getting ready for the big snowstorm to come. I wanted to let you know a little bit about what to expect today. I'll be leading a guided practice that I hope will enable us to look upon this beautiful work today, the 16th century screen from Japan. But in our practice, we'll have an opportunity to stretch a little bit, to move, and then we'll employ the breath. And there will be a couple of invitations, one to look between the hands. That'll become clearer in a bit. And then another invitation to listen openly. And in this way, we might connect with a kind of basic clarity of mind, the mind's capacity to rest in itself into a wordless stillness. And perhaps across this clarity of mind, the lights of all sorts may dance. Now, if any aspect of this practice seems difficult or inaccessible, don't worry about it. Just relax, stay with your breath. Soon enough, we'll share our basic clarity with the work of the day and take a nice long look. But first, let's just get into the body a little bit. And I encourage you now just to reach up with one hand. You notice I'm kind of leaning to one side. I've got a little shoulder stiffness, so we're accommodating however we're showing up today. And then let that arm come down to rest by your side. Oh, let it be heavy. Can you completely relax that wrist, that arm? Let's do the other side. So go ahead and kind of float it up, whatever level is appropriate for you. Maybe some of you want to go for a big stretch, a real tall reach. Others, maybe that's not so comfortable. That's okay. And then allow the arm to be heavy, 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 and to land, perhaps on your leg or by your side. Let's try this again. So go back to the first side, float the arm up. You choose the level of effort. There it is. And then slowly lower it down and sense, oh, yeah, there's gravity's pull. There it is. Eventually, your arm arrives on your leg. Your hand softens. Tension dissipates. Try the other arm. Raising it a little bit. Maybe even here it starts to feel heavy. And then that heaviness carries it down, 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 down. So it comes to rest. Now let's do this one more time. Both arms float. Pause a moment. We're not worried about the breath at all. And maybe even here, while the arms are up, we could sense a kind of weightiness so the shoulders relax. And then eventually we let the hands and arms come down, resting on our legs or in our lap by our sides. Weightiness, groundedness, appearing as pull, perhaps gravity on the arms, felt also in the legs and your bottom. Now, with your eyes open, make any adjustments you need to be comfortable. And we'll try another little experiment. I invite you to bring hands together toward the heart. And to open one hand just ever so gently. And can you look into the gap between the hands? Just rest your attention in that space between the hands. And then close that space. Open the other hand wherever it's comfortable. You could look at the hand, but I'm inviting you to look between into the emptiness, you might say, to the gap. The hands come together. And open both hands. You're looking right between the hands. The hands are like bookends. And they're still within your peripheral vision, but you're looking into the space. Good. Hands together. Now let's coordinate this experience of looking into the gaps with the breath. So as you inhale, open one hand gently out, look into the gap. As you exhale, return that hand. Inhale, other hand opens, look into the gap. Exhale, return. Inhale, both hands open, look into the gap. Exhale, return. Now we'll repeat this a few times on our own. Inhale, one hand opens. Steady breath, exhaling, returning. Inhaling, other hand opens. Exhale, returning. Inhale, both hands open. Exhale, return. Now repeat, finding a pace that makes sense for your breath. Whenever you exhale, you return. Whenever you inhale, a hand or hands open. And you take a look into the gap. do another round. And if it's comfortable to pause with both hands open, then do so. Eyes soft. Attention resting into the gap. And return. Good. Close eyes and rest hands wherever they're comfortable, perhaps in your lap, on your legs. The open visual field is like a pointer to basic clarity, where the mind rests in itself. Mind rests wordlessly in itself. Now, with your eyes closed, bring your attention to your left ear. Just feel your left ear there. And whether your left ear is fully functional or not, just gently receive the sensory feedback from that ear. And imagine too that everything off to your left could somehow occupy your attention. Open your auditory field to the left. Then bring your attention gently, slowly to the right ear. You might even imagine relaxing the right ear. And extend your awareness out to the right, as if to listen more broadly off to the right. Let's try this experiment again. Turn attention off to the left, as if the whole left side of the body could somehow listen. Just listening. Then shift attention to the right, The right ear, the right side of the body open to the space, the sounds off to your right. And then see if you might allow both left and right, the whole auditory field, to be present. Listening with the whole body in all directions. And rest there. The open auditory field, a pointer to basic clarity. Now, with your eyes closed, body relaxed, nothing really to think about except being present. Now, very gently, I invite you to softly open the eyes and bring this basic clarity to bear on the work in front of you. If you need to make any adjustments to your screen, you're welcome to do so. But do so in that kind of mindful, still way so that you can take in as much as possible all at once from this work. What feels solid about this work? What feels spacious? What is still? And what brings delight? Let's explore a little more closely, diving in to the image. Against the backdrop of clarity, what delights the eye? What curiosity brings pleasure to the mind? What detail surprises the eye? Allow your mind to become a registry of delights across the canvas of basic clarity. Perhaps the melting snow becomes a waterfall, cascading down, feeding the waters below. Reclaim your basic clarity, pausing here a moment. What is alive in you? In this winter scene? What delights the mind? come back to open waters. Move upstream a bit. Pausing for a moment here. As the visual field opens once again. And ever so slowly, I'll back out so that we might take more and more of the image in. Now I invite you to close your eyes just for a moment. And across your own backdrop of basic clarity, recall what stood out for you. What surprised you? What came alive? May we enjoy the delights of the mind that dance across the basic clarity of ourself. Now, to close practice, friends, I invite you to place both hands on the heart and to bow to one another in peace, peace, peace. That concludes our meditation. Grace is going to come back and help to coordinate things. We can bring the image back up. Hey, Grace.
Thank you so much, Phil, for that wonderful session. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And for walking us through that 6-panel Japanese screen. For those of you who've been to the museum before, you may know we have a gallery in the Freer Gallery of Art, Gallery 5, which is a wide, long corridor space with some natural light, and it has glass cases, and we always show Japanese screens in that room. So Phil and I selected this one to share with you today because it's about to go on view in the exhibition, in an exhibition in that space, starting February 26th. So I've just put the information in the chat, and if you would like to see it and the other beautiful artworks that are in that exhibition, which is of a number of works from our Japanese art collection, selected by our curator, Frank Feltons. As I said, it opens February 26th in the Freer Gallery. And I also think this was a beautiful work because it just speaks to our to the seasons and to this sort of wintry landscape that we're in right now, at least here on the East Coast. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to Phil. And we will be back again next week with more meditation and with another artwork for you. So please stay warm and stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Grace. Peace, peace, peace.